It's TYTSports. Ben Mankiewicz, Francis Maxwell. World Cup gambling only, I guess there are 4 games left to bet on, but I mean, look, I'll bet on a
plenty of time for you to make some money back.
But yeah, it was it was a bad weekend. Baseball and the soccer conspired against me. So interesting though that the NCAA championship, but sometime in, I think, the early '80s, maybe the last third place game I remember was when Pennsylvania made the Final Four. But the NCAA hasn't had a third place game in a long time. Yeah. They realized that the players don't want to play it. Mm-hmm. Is there motivation for that World Cup third place game?
A lot of the time, I don't think there is much for the bigger teams. But when you looked at last World Cup, Uruguay won the third place team, and that was huge for their country because they didn't expect to get that far, so to take it. But I mean, when you look at these guys here, everyone obviously is out to win it. I think it'd be more like a wooden spoon award.
You know why I love it? Imagine Brazil getting stuck and having to play after the shame of losing at home, having to play in the third. Ooh, I want that. I now totally want that. Yeah. That's such an interesting dynamic.
That's a good question. I think.
But with these 4 mighty teams, you're right that they are not. They are teams.
Third place is just.
That'll be a drag.
Yeah. It's like.
Let's take a look at the odds for the semifinal games, Tuesday and Wednesday. The Tuesday game, Brazil and Germany. There you see it for the first time here. Since we got to the knockout stage, we're seeing really even games. France and Germany was incredibly even as well. In fact, that was almost straight down the middle. They were both plus 170 on my site. So plus 185 and plus 150. So Germany a slight favorite over Brazil, which is remarkable, but only slight. The tie at plus 230. Who do you like?
Of course, as we talked about, it's got to be doing with the injuries that happened. They're going to throw Brazil off. They're very close. But I mean, with the way these results have been going, I think you got to go for a 4-0.
You got to go for
a 4-0 Germany. No, I'm only joking. Oh, I think it's got to be a very close.
I thought you said full nil, and I was like, Jesus, there's another fucking soccer expression I don't know. Scottish soccer expression, the full nil. What is that? 0-0-0?
That could be the full nil. I think it's going to be low scoring again. I don't know. I think Brazil still have a chance in there, even though they're losing their big players. But Germany just looks strong. I think 2-1.
2-1, so Germany. Put that up again real quick. So 2-1 Germany, that'll still pay off. There's not that much of a difference in the payoff between Germany and Brazil. The flip side is you get Brazil at almost 2-1. Look, I got it. They're losing 2 incredibly important players. It's not like Brazil only has 11 good players in that country.
Exactly.
So it's tempting to take Brazil at home as their Brazil.
Of course.
That said, I'll make the wrong decision. And you do like in regulation. You think we get to 3 goals?
I think we'll get. Well, as you've seen, Brazil seem to be. They concede goals. They've been known to concede in this competition. They score goals, but Germany. I don't think extra time is as likely in this game. Simply because I think Germany know that Brazil are going to be weakened at the back. I think they made the right changes.
One more time, please, on that. Do we have to pay? You do. You have to pay for the under 2.5. You got to pay it at minus 170, basically, and plus 150 for the 2.5. Okay, the game on Wednesday, the Netherlands and Argentina. Argentina slightly more of an actual favorite. It's still pretty close. Plus 140, plus 207, plus 225 for the draw. But there, even more, you got to lay nearly 2-1. 1-2 on the under. You got to bet 200 to win 100, 192 to win. But that game's going under, isn't it?
Yeah, I think my mortgage, my good looks, my life savings are all going on a draw in this. I think it's got to be a draw. I mean, both teams have went to extra time a lot. So
the draw, and of course I like the under. I mean, it seems based on the way those teams have been going. 1-1 feels like a offensive, massive display.
I think 0-0.
Right, and of course you got the
full nil. The full nil.
The full nil.
Yeah, the full nil's got to go for that game.
Okay, I like both those bets, Francis. Thank you.
But every time you say you like them, you put them on and then they never come true, and I lose money.
Hey, you're the dick who told me to bet France 1-0, and I bet France 1-0, and it was Germany 1-0, and I was totally impressionable. I could easily have gone the other way and bet Germany 1-0, and I said nil. Fuck you for that too. 1-0.